the last government that were never paid for. They were paying for contracts that were never executed. So he says, go back, let them present their certificate, audit them, and to force in there. If you take the like certificate there, he'll find you. So don't make that mistake. He'll be what, Papa? So don't make that mistake. So
it reminds me of one contractor friend we had back then. We used to talk to. He became the constituency chairman for Ablekuma South at a point.
Yes.
Honorable Atakli.
Yes.
He was into construction. And he complained bitterly.
He still complains up to this day. Yeah.
That they've worked, and they had this association of contractors who had worked, and they decided not to pay them.
Yeah.
For the whole 8 years, they didn't pay them. Not even a dime.
Yeah. Most of them were unpaid, and they are still unpaid.
Sometimes you don't get it. These are people who genuinely worked, who have their certificates ready to show, and yet they were not paid. So when I heard the president made a statement.
It's a major announcement.
Yeah. I was happy. At least they will get their money. Some have gone for loans and all that. So
perhaps if you are a relative of some of those who passed on, and you still have the documents to show, you can send it so that they will
look into it and then see if they can pay.
Yes. Yeah. If they do fulfill this is a major intervention. But let's go and speak to Emmanuel Cherry, who is CEO, Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry. Thank you very much for your time. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, my brother. How are you, man?
I am doing. I hope you are too.
To go with the road.
In fact, the president was talking about indebtedness dating to 2017, but I recall there were several conversations about indebtedness dating way back before 2017. Were those debts ever paid?
Some have paid, and then they're up where the president city, that's 2017. So there are pockets of IPTs from 2017 till date, which are still in the books, gathering dust as a city.
Which are for contracts executed?
Exactly. The benches of our work. A contract is being entered between two parties. And then there are conditionality clauses within the contract. So each condition states responsibilities to each party. So contractor is a party A, and then the client or the awarding agency is also party B. So what then happens is, if you are party A, your responsibility is to mobilize and go to sites, execute projects, work, a percentage out of the project cost. Then you show proof of work done for reinvestment for continuity. So both times, the contractor does as much as possible, knowing that this contract is such an amount of money. And then the contract are supposed to get to 20%, and they show proof of work. So they go to the financial sector or institutions to raise money or to borrow money against that percentage, thinking that if I've been able to get this money and work up to 20%, payment comes, I will be able to continue and finish on time. So therefore, if it happens that way and the contractor show proof of work done, which has been authenticated and validated by the awarding agency, expecting payment instead of 91 days. Now, from 2017 to date, how many days are we talking about here now? Which means the client has violated the contract. So therefore, the contractor has the mandate to go to court and ask for certain payments according to the contract. But most of the times, out of the magnanimity of contractors, we decide that, okay, let's go according to as it is. But the challenge we are being faced today, as to speak, is that the same government who is indebted to contractors has decided to pass a law, a draconian law, that there's now contract is awarded, either I pay on time or not, I'm going to use simple interest to do calculation. Meanwhile, if a contractor goes to bank and borrow money and he defaults after 1 year or 2 years, the bank uses compound interest as a calculation. Now, government is saying I'm going to use simple interest. So where will the contractor go and get a top up to come and or the how do you call it, clear the liabilities of the government or the client? So this is a challenge, an abatus on the neck of the contractor as we speak today. So the concern here is from 2017 to date, the gap in the books per the finance minister's own reading at on the floor of parliament is over $45 billion Ghana cedis. 45 billion Ghana cedis. Sometime ago, somewhere July, the president came out and promised that at the end of July, payment will be made to contractors. Now, we are applauding him. As of now, let's ask how much has been paid. No, just yesterday, the president has come out again with another promise. This time around, he was specific in an amount of 1 billion, thereabouts. 1 billion, if it's road fund arrears alone is 8.2 billion plus. And if you are releasing 1 billion to such an amount of money, against such an amount of money, then what? It's just like a tickling with the contractors. Now you said the purpose of that is for us to be able to turn around and then also take care of our family during the Xmas and then about and our working. Meanwhile, that 1 billion out of 8.2 billion will not reach anywhere. I don't know whether the 1 billion is going to be in addition to the accrual of road fund account that has from January to date. That is, we are expecting over almost 3 billion. If that 1 million is going to be added to that one, or that 1 million will be taken out of that 3 billion and to pay us at this time. So there are so many questions that need answers. And thankfully, today is Monday. So we are going to seek for answers, clarity from the minister. And then they get back to the media appropriately. Because the way it is now, it's rather with a lot of, questions that needed answers.
I see. Interesting. You're saying road fund alone is indebted to contractors to the tune of 8.2 billion cedis.
Exactly.
And these were contracts executed when?
These are contracts executed from 2017 to date.
I see. And they were all unpaid.
All unpaid, as we speak now.
Is that regular? 8.2 billion is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, my brother. A huge amount of money. You see, that is the challenge we went through in the hands of the past administration. We keep prompting them. The only thing is they come, year of road. Do you have the financial engineering? Do you have the financial muscle to take care of those things? So no mind. Year of road, part 1. Year of road, part 2. Year of road, part 3. That is what has got us to where we are. Consolidated fund alone is 45 billion plus. Consolidated fund. This is road fund is 8.2 billion plus. So the 1 billion the president is promising, which of the portfolios is he talking about? Is it the road fund? If the road fund, to us, we know that we have barely 3 billion in account, January to June. So is he going to add that 1 billion to the 3 billion to make it 4 billion? However, as for us contractors today, our plea is that His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama should try as much as possible to make available 5 billion at this particular moment, today, tomorrow. We plead that he should try as much as possible. Our needs are on the ground. He should try as much as possible. We call upon God to touch his heart, to give us at least 5 billion out of 8.2 billion plus. At least to take care of our liabilities so that the banks can also take theirs, the manufacturing sector can also take theirs, and then our workforces can also take theirs. Then the little that remains, we can at least turn around, and then from January, we'll think of what to do, whether to remobilize and go back to site and continue those our business projects to make sure that Ghana becomes a safe haven for all of us.
I see. 5 billion cedis.
Yeah. today, tomorrow.
I see. So the 1 billion will not go far.
Oh, just abroad. My brother, I'm going 8 billion, billion, and you're giving 1 billion. And then meanwhile, the responsibilities are in thousands. The people in question that are going to settle, they are in thousands. How much are you to pay them out of 1 billion? You see, so let's be realistic. Realistically, it doesn't matter. So how much percentage are you going to pay out of those validated IPC? It will, in fact, it will cause confusion, it will cause chaos. But contractors now, if you pay them anything less than 30% at this particular moment, the bank will take off. Anything less than 30%, they will not see one city. Let government drop money into their account right now. Anything less than 30% of their IPC portfolio, interim payment certificate portfolio, you will not see dime in the pockets of the contractor. They cannot even pay their workers. So their workers go home miserably.
I see. Explain this thing about, do you say accrual of 3 billion? Exactly what do you mean?
That's the accrual I'm talking about is, Road Fund has a statutory deduction from the oil revenue. We have a tool that has bought, that is taken off now. If you go to renew a GPLA, there is a percentage, a portion in there as well, and then the other portion of what they call it, letter deduction that comes in. So at the end of the deduction is being deposited into the funds, and that is what we normally use to settle the work, the services of those clients that works on this particular agencies or departments or ministry. So in January to date, there was no disbursement, there was no payment because the road fund board was not in place. Thankfully, the road management board, the redevelopment management board is now in place. It was inaugurated last 2 weeks. So therefore, now they can do disbursement. So our plea is, now that there is a fewer in the account from January to date, let the president add the way to pay up to 5 billion for us, so that they can at least increase the portfolio. At least 30% across board is not bad, so that the balance can at least be reasonable to take some and give some for us to pay our clients, the other service providers, and then our workers also can get something. At least, better like you. Half a loaf is better than nothing. So please, Radio Gold, you are a voice to the government. We know. So therefore, use the ways to make sure that this interview gets His Excellency the President, to make sure that, respectfully, it should make 5 billion out of 8.2 billion available to contractors to tomorrow.
I see. In fact, there's this question from Alexa Haji, who's the senator. Ask him about the contract. Which road is he demanding for money for? That he wants to know. For many people, the monies you're mentioning is quite huge, and we have had many debates about year of Rose 1, year of Rose 2, and people still insisted that we did not see any roads. Yes, you're saying execute the contract to the tune of those billions?
The issue in those construction is, as I said earlier, there are conditionalities stated in the contract. Every stage of the contract dictates what a contractor must do. So therefore, contractor mobilizes to go to site. There are certain projects you are expected to do to show proof to come for your money. So some of them, they are expecting you to do a contract rate of 15% after the entire contract sum. Some of them 20%, some of them 30%, depending. So if the contractor go to site, mobilize, and then they do excavation, that's a whole review, promises and thereabout, and expecting payment, and the payment will not come. Already is owing the bank. The bank is not ready to ask more. So therefore, the contractor becomes challenged. So he cannot go back to site to continue and finish those jobs until the payment that he's expecting is being adduced to him. So it hasn't been paid, you realize that the work has started, but you don't see enough evidence that road has been completed. So that's the reason why I'm not seeing most roads being completed, because most of the contractors were unable to continue as a result of government failure or the agent or the client's failure to honor each part of the contractual obligation.
I see. Thank you. Thank you very much for speaking to us.
You're most welcome.
Well, Mr. Emmanuel Cherry is CEO, Ghana Chamber of Construction Industry. Now, he was speaking to us in response to, this is what the president said. In fact, the president has been talking about monies owed to contractors since 2017 and his directive to the finance minister.
Ebi certificates from 2017 and Juma. Buy. Almost your muntia omuka. Ebi ewu eja sikano eko. Until nano and a contractors association ba me ho. And I'm a catcher finance minister say almost certificates na ano ebi 2 million, ebi 5 million, ebi 10 million, ebi 1 million. Obi mpo dia 500,000 cedis. Enti me say ombo ni nyina no. Non pe be 1 billion cedis bi non fan twa omu nyina ka. Ansana bronya so. Ye ka say Auditor General enye forensic audit of the National Cathedral. Enti eno na be ma ye hu yie ade e course so. $97 million ye tu amra kese ye say ga Africa ha nyina amra bia nso te se sa amra no. Enti sa forensic audit no ene be yi nyoma pie. Na se yi nyoma pie a eno ne be gina so. Ni aye investigation no. Na se asotwe ebi wo ho a e wo se de ma obi a na de amasa nipa no. Enti nana yembu ye ni ngo so yeguso ehwem na emrepa no se asotwe